from here. And the Ghana Health Service will begin the administration of a second dose of AstraZeneca vaccines from Tuesday, August 31 to Friday, September 4. The exercise will take place in all regions in the country. The Ghana Health Service, in a statement, indicated persons eligible to partake in the exercise should be people above 18 years who received their first dose of AstraZeneca vaccine from March 10 to March 29. Eligible persons are to bring along a valid national identification card and their COVID-19 vaccination card for the exercise. Let's speak now to Dr. Kwame Amponsah, who is the program manager of the expanded program on immunization at the Ghana Health Service. Thank you, Doc, for joining us. Now, just briefly break down for us what the rollout plan is for this batch of vaccines that have come.
Yeah, thank you very much, and good afternoon to your cherished viewers and listeners alike. And thanks for the opportunity. Yes, just a brief background. You recall that when we started with the vaccination against COVID, we started with AstraZeneca somewhere on the 1st of March when His Excellency the President did the launch. Then from 2nd March, we rolled out the first 600,000 doses that we got of the AstraZeneca. And along the line, we got a bit more vaccine doses for the general population. So we started with a kind of geographic and population segmentation. Then along the line, we expanded it to include the general population. Okay. Of course, AstraZeneca is given in 2 doses, so it's a 2-dose schedule.
Okay.
And we got the second doses for those that are taking the vaccine from 1st to 9th March, somewhere around May. And so we had a backlog of approximately 400,000 plus people to vaccinate for the second dose. So quite recently, we've received 250,000 additional doses. And so we're going to what I would want to term as the second part of the second dose. So we, out of this backlog of 400,000, we are doing a little more than half. Okay. And come the next to receive additional vaccines to complete the second dose for AstraZeneca. Then we can start a fresh cohort. So the arrangement is that we've done distribution around across board for all the 16 regions, because each of them has had some vaccines that were given to some select populations.
Okay.
And so all the 16 regions are taking part. We're also looking at those who receive from 10th to 29th March, obviously because the vaccines are not going to be enough for now.
All right.
And so we needed to do some kind of equitable distribution. So come today, most of the facilities and the districts have started. In fact, the operational units are the districts, so they have started, and by Saturday latest, they should have finished. I'm sure most of them will be finished in 2 days or 3 days.
All right, thank you very much to Dr. Kwame Amponsah. He is the Programs Director of the Expanded Program on Immunization at the Ghana Health Service. They're speaking to us. And you know that, as he has just told us, the exercise is happening across all regions of the country, 16 that is. Our correspondents have been through some of the vaccination centers. We'll be getting through to them to engage them to give us an update as to how the rollout is going, because already we understand that some individuals who have turned up at some of the vaccination centers have been told their names cannot be found in the database, and so they've been referred to go elsewhere to get the second jabs of the AstraZeneca vaccines. We're working the phone lines. Here in Accra, we'll be speaking to my colleague Aisha Yakubu Khalid, also be crossing over to gauge the situation in some parts of the country where the rollout is currently happening. Aisha Yakubu Khalid is joining me. Aisha, thank you for joining us. Tell us exactly where you are and how the rollout is coming up.
We are at the Baka Polyclinic, where some 150 people are expected to take their dose for today. And when I spoke to the director there, Dr. Abdul Razak Kwao, he told me that some 618 doses have been received, and that in the first rollout, over 1,000 people have taken the shot.
Okay.
But then some of the complaints that we got from the people in queues, who have been in queues for since 5 a.m., was that there were some challenges with the network, and so they have to be there in queues stagnant without it moving, and that was the problem they were having there. The issue is that some of the networks being used on the tablet that is used to collate their names and then how the whole rollout is supposed to go. It's a bit slower than it's supposed to be.
All right.
One person that I spoke to did say that he had been there since 5 a.m. and the number he was giving was 130-something, which means that he probably would not be able to get his dose for today. But then I also spoke to the health director at the Ridge Hospital, where some 500 people are also expected to take their second dose. But for today, 150 doses have been brought to the hospital. Everything was moving smoothly. But then also their challenge is with the network as well. They're saying that there seem to be some slow movements in the network, making it difficult for the process to move as smoothly as they had expected it to.